digestion experiment. We've got all our materials here to show what happens when you eat your food. So when you eat your food, the first thing is that you need to have your food. And here, what do we have, Lions? What do we have with our food? A sandwich. And the first thing you do when you eat your food is you would chew it. So we're going to pretend that the scissors here is like our teeth, because our teeth chop up the food. We talked about that at our book this morning. The teeth chop up the food into little pieces, into little bitty pieces. That's what you do when you chew on your food, right, Lions? Yeah. And you take your bites and you chew it up. Nom 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 nom. Can you make nom 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 noise? There you go. Nom 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 nom. Just like that. And we're chewing our food into little bitty pieces. Remember, what do Mommy and Daddy tell you? You have to chew your food, right? Yeah. So here we've got our chewed food, and now we've got to mix it with what is our saliva, our spit. We talked about how that helps to make it soft, and you can swallow it then, because what happens when you try and swallow dry food? It makes you choke, doesn't it? So what we'll do is we'll put some water into it, and that will be like our spit. Here we put some water in, just like that. And now we're going to mush it up, because when we chew it, we mush it up, don't we? Yeah. So I'm going to have some of you help me mush it up. Sandra, can you mush it up with your hands? Squish and squeeze it. Pass it to Parker there and squish and squeeze it. That's fine. Oh, Keegan, every time. And now to Kendall. Squish and squeeze it, and then to Logan. Squish and squeeze it. And now I'm going to let the rest of you help out a little bit later with the next part. So now it kind of looks like something that you might swallow. It's all mushed up and mashed up like that. And then after you swallow it, it travels down your esophagus, your food tube, into your stomach. Not your belly is what holds all of it in. Your stomach is where the food goes to meet the acid. The acid is what's going to break it down. What we also want to do, isn't it nice to have a little bit of milk with your sandwich? Yeah. After you eat your food, you want to have a little drink, wash it down a little bit. So we're going to mix some milk in there too. That'll make it nice and fragrant later when we mix the acid in.
Please squish it some.
So now the next part, just you wait, because you're going to get to do it. The stomach mushes and mashes it too, together with acid. I have vinegar here. Vinegar is an acid, and acid helps to break things down. It makes big pieces smaller and helps to make your food more easy for your body to get the nutrients from. So we're going to mix that in. I'm going to close this up again. And like in your stomach, we're gonna mush and mash and squeeze it together. That's what happens in your stomach. Can you mush and mash and squeeze it together there?
And then it will go me.
Mush and mash and squeeze it. Now for Brinley and Hunter.
That's feeling good, right? Yeah, because it's making all over our hands.
And
then we can't test another
Yep, over here a little bit, and all right, we're not going to pop the bag. You don't want that. So now, Lions, our stomach has mixed and turned it into something that, does that look yummy?
No.
But that was just a delicious sandwich.
Oh, that was like a banana. No,
there's no banana in here.
No, it was like puke that my cat made.
Oh, that's awesome, because right now it basically is puke. Now, what happens next after we digest it in our stomach is it goes to our small intestine, which has those little fingers in it that grab remember, what is it that helps you grow? The food has nutrients in it that help you grow. And those little fingers, those villi in the small intestine grab all the nutrients. This is going to be, Lions, 3, 2, 1. This is going to be like our small intestine. I don't have the little fingers in here, but there's very, very, very tiny holes in here that are going to let the nutrients get out. And what's going to be left behind is what we're going to, well, it's part of our solid waste. And we'll talk about that when we get there. So here we go. We're pouring it in. Probably a good thing we have masks on because, boy howdy, this is really fragrant. And so now that's sitting in there doing its thing, and we're going to squeeze out the nutrients. So we're going to squish that up, and here you can see, like, imagine this being goodness, good things for your stomach, you know, your body.
Oh, I
not
smell
just your
that.
stomach. Oh, now you're smelling it, I'm sure. So we're squeezing out all of those, what did we call it again? Those things that help you grow? Nutrients. We're squeezing it all out. This kind of does look like it. And actually, that's one of the things that your body discards as waste. You know how we take the trash out? Your body also takes the trash out. Except your body's trash is a little different.
Yeah. It's pooping people.
That's exactly correct. And we're talking about it now because we're learning.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to squeeze out as much as we can, just like what your body does. So after the small intestine, it goes to your large intestine, where it squeezes out even more water. So I'm doing my best. I know it's really stinky right now. I'm doing my best to squeeze out, William, hold on, to squeeze out as much of the water as we can, just like your body does. And then lions, when your body is all done getting all the water and nutrients out, what is it that's left behind? What's left behind? What do you have to do now? All of the good stuff has come out of the food. All that's left is bad stuff. Now you have to go to the bathroom and it gets pooped out. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
It goes out. Ah, look at that. Oh man, isn't that yucky?
Yeah. It looks like puke.
Well, lions, that is what happens to your food after you eat it. Happy eating!